to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Thuy and this is my friend Danny.
Hey, what's up everyone?
So we've literally been filming all day, haven't we?
All day. It's been such a good day, like super productive. We've been back to back. We had a few little snacks and breaks, but we're back at it.
With the current climate, you know, everyone's on lockdown. I thought it was really, really important to kind of like sit down and try to get our mind off things, you know, because things are not always fun and daisies all the time. You know, sometimes we just feel like we want to get our mind off things. So I thought it would be really fun to just sit down with a little cup of hot chocolate and we can talk a bit more about the beauty industry.
Oh, yeah, we're literally trapped indoors, guys. So we are going to spill the tea. You guys also gave us loads of questions, which we've gone through together. And I feel like we've got so many amazing questions.
You guys came through with the questions.
So
I honestly felt like these are probably the best questions ever. So we're literally going to be answering everything today, from what it's like going on brand trip, what it's like being an influencer, money, all of that good stuff you guys want to know. And we also have Bruiser here in the back, so please
He's
don't
like
mind
walking around. I don't think he wants to sit with us. Come sit with us,
please.
Come
We need
on.
friends.
We need friends.
We're on lockdown at the moment. So this video is a super fun, chatty one. It's going to be quite a long one. Make sure you go grab a couple of snacks and grab yourself a cup of hot chocolate. And if you guys want to hear us spill the tea, then please keep watching. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't mind that we're in a super casual, chilled environment. We're actually in Danny's house right now. He's a proud homeowner, which I'm so proud of.
Oh my god, it sounds so crazy when you say that.
So I literally screenshotted some of the questions. We're going to keep everything anonymous, just in case. Are you nervous? How are you feeling?
I am quite nervous. I don't know. I feel like both me and Thuy are so open.
Yeah.
Like, we're so happy to talk about stuff like this. And I know so many people want to know about it.
A lot of our followers are also doing this part-time and they want to know, how can you do this full-time and make, you know, a decent living from it? So yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about you. How did you get started? I feel like this is a podcast.
I know. Oh my god, we should so do it.
Oh my gosh, should we start our own podcast?
So me and Thuy have basically been friends like even before we were influencers, and we were both working in MAC. So I was working there like part-time, and I was also doing like freelance hair and makeup. And then just because I had like a massive kit, I just started posting stuff on social media. Like, Instagram was so basic back then.
Yeah.
My Instagram was basic, but literally I just started posting more and more like selfies and me wearing makeup or me trying out makeup looks and stuff, and then it just kind of like grew from there.
That's amazing.
So like it happened really, really organically, and it happened like years ago when I feel like it was a really good time to like jump on
the algorithm was popping. It was easy to get on the explore page. If you guys don't know my story, I've been doing this for maybe 3 years full time now. I used to work at MAC part time, and I also used to do a lot of assisting. I used to do a lot of backstage stuff and magazine editorial stuff, and it was always fun, you know, doing it on other people, but I loved doing it on myself. Like, you would know, like every time I came to MAC, I would always have a cut crease.
She always had a full beat. Like, we had these things like theme days, and literally Thuy would always go all in.
One day I was at MAC and I had to pass up an opportunity because I had a late shift.
That happens to me so many times.
That is just like a heartbreaking feeling,
guys. And you have to say no to the opportunity, no to the money.
And honestly, I remember... Bye. See ya.
Bye, Bruiser.
I remember when I done my first paid post, it was like £100, and I was like, I could get paid for one photo, £100. But I would work a full 8-hour shift at MAC for less than that. That's when I started to take this a lot more seriously. So that's the little gist of it. I thought I've been blabbering on for so freaking long now.
Right, guys, so now you know a little bit more about me and Thuy.
Yeah.
And now she's going to go through the questions.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you deal with hate comments?
Ooh.
I feel that's a good one to start off with.
This is a really good one to start with.
Yeah, because I feel like that's probably the reason why I didn't start for the longest time, because of hate comments.
Yeah. So if I'm really honest now, I think you build really thick skin. So if I get hate, it honestly doesn't bother me. I kind of feel like, oh, I'm going viral. That's great. Like, it's kind of that mentality. I am an optimist. I try to be as positive as possible.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. But if I'm really, really dead honest, when I first started, I remember I got reposted by Huda Beauty.
Oh my God, yeah.
And she's such like an amazing big platform that when you get reposted by her, the comments were crazy. And I remember reading them and I literally just broke down and I cried because I just couldn't fathom or understand why people were being so horrible to me. I didn't understand what I did wrong. It just broke me down. But like looking at that now, I would never like, it wouldn't bother me like that now. Do you know what I mean?
It's so crazy. Like to get to that thick-skinned moment, there's a whole journey, and not everyone, you know, just grows up with thick skin. The reason why I didn't do YouTube for a long time, which I really regret, like if I could go back and tell myself, just start, because people are gonna hate you no matter what. It's something that you just have to let it roll off your back. And something that really helps me is try to think of all the people that say nice stuff, because there's always a lot more people that say nice stuff than the
100%, guys. It's probably like 98% nice. Definitely when you're posting a lot and you're going viral, that's when the hate starts coming in, because you're being exposed to new audiences. So you need to think about it in a positive way. Like you're being exposed to new people.
Okay, so the next one is, what's the hardest thing about becoming an influencer?
Like how?
What's the hardest thing in our job, maybe?
Ooh, despite what you see online, you don't see what happens behind the scenes. Like the amount of work that goes into it, and also it can be quite lonely. Like I spend a lot of time just filming by myself, editing by myself, like as in almost every single day of the week.
I think that's the only thing that I actually really missed when I first left my job, because I used to love coming into Mac and like just chatting to the girls.
Everyone would be like, oh my god, hi, like what have you been up to? Like you're literally like
and I feel like we're really social people. We love being around people.
Definitely. Because we work like kind of weird hours. Like I'll work all weekend if I want to, and then when you message your friends, you're like, hey, let's hang out. They're like, well, I work like normal hours. And so it's kind of hard to like align everything, but I guess that's just like a city thing anyway.
The hardest thing for me personally, I feel a lot of pressure. I feel a lot of pressure within myself. I feel like because I didn't come from anything, I'm just so scared that it will all go away. I just never got a chance to even sit down and just think,
absorb
oh my god,
like,
it's just so weird. Like sometimes you feel like you're not going anywhere, or even earlier today when we was filming, we was like, it's so weird to look back and be like, wow, you came so far, you know.
Make sure you guys check out those videos.
I also need to realise that you can't always be going up. Like life is a roller coaster. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, and you just have to ride the wave.
I'm quite similar to Thuy, where I came from nothing, so I feel like we've got a very strong work ethic. So we want to keep on growing. We really want to keep on improving.
It's hard sometimes to always try to be relevant.
And sometimes you literally receive a PR package and you're like, because it's like hot, you literally are so tired and you get it and you're like, okay, I've got to film this right now so that I can edit it.
Let's get the video up
and
now.
I'm going to edit until like midnight so that it's up tomorrow morning. And it's just, why do we do that?
I don't know. It's just ourselves putting the pressure on ourselves, you know?
Why?
Do you think you and Danny would be friends if you wasn't influencers? The tea has been spilled.
Probably not.
No.
Like, probably not. And the reason why is because we started this journey when we were not, like, influencers, and we were both working at Mac and stuff. And I feel like personally, like I think we both agree, like becoming an influencer and being on this journey, we are so like-minded as people, and we're on similar things, that's brought us closer together. And that's why closer. Like in our circle of friends, most of us kind of do similar things and what we're kind of doing anyway. And I think it's because we're all similar and we're bouncing off each other. Like
what you said earlier, we don't have normal working hours. We can literally work 24/7. It's really hard to turn off your work schedule, especially when you get last minute jobs come in. We was actually meant to be filming yesterday, but Danny had a last minute job come in.
That was crazy.
And I was literally like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. But you know, if some people had normal work schedules, they might not be so understanding. It definitely brought us so much closer. I don't know why, guys. When I was a makeup artist, all my friends were makeup artists. Now that I'm an influencer now, I don't know why I find all my friends are influencers now, because I feel like, for me personally, I love talking to my friends. I love ranting. I love just getting out my feelings.
And like there's so many friends that I have who are not influencers and they literally do not get it, and they're just like, oh, but like you can just easily do it, like it takes half an hour, just put on a lipstick, film a video, do this. And I'm like, no, it will take me hours to do that. Like it's so much work. I just don't think people understand unless they had to do it. And that's why I feel like we have gotten so close, especially in the last couple of years. Like we literally go, even on holidays together, it's not just about a work relationship, but I definitely feel like because we're both influencers, we have grown closer in our friendship and in our work friendship as well. We've hardly ever actually filmed together. Like rarely. We hang out so much. You probably notice actually, whenever we're together, we just are all. We don't even upload. I didn't even upload today. I was like, I didn't have time to write the caption. I'm like, nah, hanging out with. I ain't gonna have time for that. Do you find it hard to talk about certain stuff so you don't upset the brands or brand owners? Ooh, that's a juicy one. You want another tea for that one? If there's something I don't like, I don't talk talk about it.
Yeah.
But if I love something, I'll talk about it. So I personally, on my channels, I never shade any brands or any products, because a brand might get one product wrong, but then they've got another product really right.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
So true.
So
I feel like it's a really hard balance, because you always want to seem professional, but you also want to come across real to your subscribers as well. So it's a really hard balance, actually.
some influencers literally just like spilling the tea and shading brands, and it's like a big drama, and it's just how it is. And I think that depends on you as a personality, and it depends on you as a person. Sometimes I do feel restricted, because when you're actually filming and trying things out, or like first impressions, you'll be like, oh, this isn't working. And if it's not working, I'll just say why it's not working.
Yeah.
And just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean.
But you know what? It's happened to me so many times though, where I filmed with something and I didn't like it. But then after, my friend tried it and they were like, oh, it's amazing. So I'm like, okay, let me give it another go. And then I actually really like it.
Not everything's going to work for everyone, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think part of our job is to give honest reviews.
Yes.
So if we're lying, then you guys are going to find out. Like if we're saying, oh my God, this is amazing and it's terrible, then when one of you buys it, for example, or even if like my friends buy it or my family buy it, they're going to be like, this is terrible, Danny. Why did you talk about this?
You never want that to happen.
So you never want that to happen. So you just don't do that.
Well, you guys know that in my reviews, I can be brutally honest.
Yeah.
I would always try to also see the positive and everything. Like it might not work for me, but if you had really dry skin, it might work for you better, you know? So
like the foundation I have on right now.
Oh.
First time I tried it, I didn't like it, but now I love it.
Oh my God, yeah, it's so true. Okay, this is a good one. Is there ever jealousy over press trips on who gets invited and who doesn't?
Ooh. I think this is definitely something that happens like behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Like people talk, like as soon as there's a press trip, then everyone watches. Like you notice your story views go up.
You really
Everyone's watching you. Everyone's like, who's on that press trip?
Yeah.
And then everyone's kind of like, oh my God, like sussing it.
For me personally, I don't get jealous, but I always look to see that I hope the brand has thought about like different skin tones on the trip. I think that's actually really important to show big diversity. And sometimes I do notice, sometimes brands only bring one shade of skin tone.
And also there's hardly any boys sometimes. There's so many trips where there's like no boys. It makes me feel like just confused.
Yeah, like we want to be progressing in 2020.
Yeah,
you know?
we want to get like moving, and you kind of feel like, you know, maybe that actually I felt like it happened more when I was starting.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's kind of slowed down a little bit, and it's just like we need to still keep on going forward. You know?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like you want to be the boy, it's just a boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not that I want to be on every single press trip, because that's never going to happen. But like, as long as there's someone that might resemble me and what I stand for, that's really important for me. Even if there's just one boy.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily think it's jealousy at all, but we just hope that brands will also look at the bigger picture, not just invite who they like. Do you know what I mean? This is a good one, guys. What is the biggest misconception that people have about influencers? I feel like these are like
down. Hey. Wow, biggest misconception is that we just take photos and we've got an amazing life. It's super glamorous. We're like, oh, coffee shop, take a photo. Yes. Oh my God, a holiday, take a photo. Yes. Like people don't see that you are spending hours looking through websites, trying to put clothes together, trying to put outfits together. Then you're freezing, you're outside, and you're just trying to get the shot, and you're lying. Then you got a fake tan, and it's coming off, and you're jet lagged.
You guys only see like 1 or 2 photos that get posted. Behind the camera, we literally go through thousands of photos just to get the shot. For every maybe 20 videos that we post, only one of them will be paid. Imagine going to your job for 20 days and not getting paid, but you only get paid for 1 day. That's kind of like what our job is.
I never actually thought about it like that. That's actually crazy.
A lot of our job is not paid at all.
Yeah.
So,
but we do it because we love it. And I think that's something that's really important as well. Like if you want to be a blogger, if you want to be an influencer or a creator, however you want to call it, then you need to be in it for the passion.
Yes.
Because you 100%. Don't get paid per post. You get paid like as and when things come your way.
Exactly.
And you have to be consistent with the content anyway.
Yeah, and you have to do that organic content to get the paid job.
All the time.
You can't be one of those people that literally just come on and only post a paid video. Yeah, you don't want to be that influencer, you know, because you know some people, they literally only just come on YouTube to post their paid post and then they never post again. So you never want to be one of those people, you know? Okay, so let's talk about finances. That's a question that a lot of people ask. Like, how do you make money from this? It's not a unknown thing that we have quite a decent wage for our job. Like, let's be real, do you know what I mean?
I'm going to start that off by saying there are certain types of people who will suddenly see and understand their worth and know what price point or how much they're worth and how they would charge a brand to promote in return for like advertising. So it's kind of like marketing and advertising. It's up to us. And if you're not one of those persons, then maybe having an agent or an agency or a manager, they will basically help to say, oh, I'm going to look after you, and then I'm going to like say what your worth is.
That's a really good one. So this is good because you don't have a manager and I have a manager.
Yeah,
so we can talk about this.
Yeah.
So of course, when everyone starts off, you don't have a manager. I would actually recommend you to not have a manager for a long time.
As long as
you should
can.
only get a manager when things are just getting crazy, you're traveling a lot, you got too much emails to handle. That's when I'd advise you to get a manager. I would not advise you to get a manager if you are just doing this as part-time, and you don't want to be giving away percentages of your money if you can do it yourself. For me personally, I am not that good when it comes to money. I found it really hard to know my worth. Quite a friend, well, we're both friendly, but I feel like I'm
a ruthless businessman.
I can't talk about money directly. I just find it a bit awkward for me personally. So that's
whereas
why
I'm quite comfortable talking about money.
Yeah.
And before I was an influencer, I was doing a lot of freelance where I was already working with like global clients, celebrities. I would have to like run my own invoices, quote, budget. I'd actually employ teams. Sometimes I'd employ like 15 people on a project. I feel completely happy and normal talking about money to those people like, oh, what's your day rate? This is how much budget I have. So I'd be outsourcing them.
That's
and likewise,
so good that
I
you
would
had
be
that
working.
experience. I didn't have nothing. I just literally went from a job where they said, you earn £7 an hour, here you go. So I'm like, okay. With this job as well, it doesn't matter about your following. It doesn't matter about anything. It just matters about what you think your time is worth. And sometimes it's really hard. Like for the longest time, I didn't know what I should charge. So that's where I had a manager. I'm also going to talk about there's different ways to earn money in this job. It's not just about sponsored videos. It's also about affiliate links. It's also about affiliate codes. You can also earn money from AdSense, like YouTube, you know, all the ads that play on top of the videos, you get money from that. I'll tell you guys roughly, because I don't want to dodge around the subject. But from YouTube, I probably make £1,000 a month.
Which, if you think about it, if you were like full-time just YouTuber, you wouldn't be able to live on that. I mean, you can live on that.
Yeah.
Like rent in London is quite expensive.
Yeah,
so for some people, that might be a lot of money. For other people, it's not enough.
I do have to say that this can also fluctuate depending on how many views you get. Also, there's something called CPM or something like that, where basically certain months you will get more money per 1,000 clicks, and some months you get less.
It's a good hobby to have, though.
It's an amazing
like, imagine
hobby.
You've got a full-time job and then you're doing YouTube on the side, and
you
if you're getting an
£1,000.
extra like however much money like a month, that's a big bonus.
And you also have to think that this is money that you're going to be earning forever for not doing anything. So once you upload a video, you can make money off that forever. Like even today we was watching videos from Nikki Tutorial. She had that video in 2008 and we watched 2 ads in that video. She's making money from 2008.
Boom.
So that's a good investment, you know, when it comes to YouTube.
It's like you plant a seed and then the tree keeps on growing.
Just keep getting that fruit, girl. So our main way that we earn money as influencers is through sponsored posts.
So like paid partnerships.
Yeah, so how would it normally work? Run them through the...
So basically how it normally works is that we would be paid by a brand to talk about their product, feature their product in a video, do a photo post using their product. And so they're kind of like paying us to promote their product to our audience. And then that is a paid post. So it's usually through platforms such as YouTube, TikTok now, and also Instagram. And that's how we would make most of our money.
Yeah, exactly. That's the majority, the biggest bulk. Also, it really fluctuates on what you should charge. Like a lot of brands, they would do like bundles. So they would do a YouTube feature,
it depends on the brand as well.
Stories as well. Yeah. It depends on the brand and how much budget they have. It also depends on the country that you live in. Because we were saying in America, you would earn
a lot more,
quadruple the amount that
3 times what we would earn here.
Like I know in Dubai they don't have as many influencers, so you can
and
charge
also,
more there, and in Ireland as well. Ireland, if you're on Ireland, you better be getting on the influencer bandwagon, because I know they spend the coin out there.
The only thing about this, you don't choose when those paid jobs come in. So you literally just sit and wait, and then the brand decides that they want to work with you. So that's the kind of like risk level that you have to think about.
Also things come into play as in like, what's your relationship with the PR? Do you know the PR? Do they get along well with you?
Are you easy to work with?
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you polite? Are you being rude?
How's your
emails?
manager? Is your manager putting you in a bad light?
Yeah.
Is your manager pitching out for you? There's all all these different things that can come into play. And, you know, I'll talk about it in my last vlog. If you guys haven't seen already,
on it, guys.
There's months sometimes where I don't even have one job, guys. And then there's some months that I'm so busy. I'm literally filming like sponsored content after sponsored content. And although, yes, that is amazing, that's actually really stressful for me as well.
So stressful. This happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
And what's really important is that when that work does come in, how you handle that job. Yeah. Are you super professional? Are you on time? Is your content amazing? Are you over exceeding the deliverables? And making sure you tick those boxes? Because you don't know when that's going to come back.
Exactly. And then also when you do a sponsored content, it doesn't stop there. You have to send them through the success rate. You have to send them through all of that.
And all the insights so that they can use that for like their reports and stuff.
And they see how successful that collaboration is. As influencers, we're wearing so many hats. Like we're editors, we are makeup artists, hairdressers, we are lawyers sometimes, and it's all these hats that we have to balance, guys. I feel like this is a video that I would have loved to watch when I first started. You know, that's the content I want to start making.
In my opinion, like a whole series. Like there's just so much that I feel like we could say.
Oh my god, okay. We could turn into a series if you guys are interested. Do you ever get a break because you're filming and working all the time?
Do you know what? Recently, getting a lot of DMs saying, take it easy, rest, look after yourself, you're always working. And I actually feel like that's so amazing that my amazing followers are like looking out for me and giving me that, because I do feel like I just love working. I am a career-minded kind of person. I think we both are. Like we love working so much. And maybe it's because we didn't have much when we were growing up. That I feel like we really want to keep on going, keep on going.
And I think it's because we really enjoy what we do.
We do, we love it.
Like even days like this, like none of this is paid, but we just love doing it. And it's like 9 p.m. at night, you know? So when I first started, I'm going to be completely honest, I hardly had any days off. I remember my goal was to get 1 million followers, and I remember that journey I had my eye set on that 1M sign on my Instagram account. And I remember when I come out of surgery, this is going to be like so crazy. When I come out of surgery, I was in Malaysia, and the time zone difference between the UK at 9 p.m. was my peak time to post, and it was 3 a.m. in Malaysia. I would set an alarm on my phone to wake me up at 3 a.m. so I could post. That's how dedicated I was. Like,
that's dedication.
You know?
And that's the kind of stuff that we do. Like seriously, we do that so that we're on time.
Yeah. And
even when we go to LA, we do the same thing. At the crack of dawn, we're like, okay, got to post.
For me personally, I find it really hard to find a work-life balance. It's something that I am striving for more this year, especially for me and Grant. I want to at least take Saturdays off, because before I would never have weekends off. I feel like you have quite a good...
Actually, do you know what? I would say like recently, I feel like I've gotten a lot better, but I have to take time out for myself, and I choose that self-love is something that is really, really important. It is hard though, because like, I do work on Sundays and sometimes I work on Saturdays, but I try to have the evenings free. Like as soon as my boyfriend comes home, I'm like, okay, let me wind down a little bit.
That's really good.
These questions are good.
Yeah, so good. Do you ever feel like you deserve better than the people around you? Do you know what? I actually feel like people do look at it like this, which let me tell you guys, this is the wrong mindset to have.
Wrong mindset, right?
Absolutely the wrong mindset.
I never think like that.
Never.
Never, ever, ever. I think in this industry, it's so easy to compare yourself with other people, especially for social media.
Oh my God,
But when you're in your industry, if you think like that, then...
You're not going to get far.
You're not going to get far, because everyone knows everyone, and it's such a tight-knit, especially here in the UK, everyone knows everyone. You can't be acting like that.
No, exactly. And the word will spread around that you are money hungry or you're jealous and stuff. No one wants to hang around with anyone like that. I always think, for me personally, everyone has their own journey. It does not matter if someone got 1 million followers overnight. You know, that's them. That's amazing for them. I hope they can ride out. I hope they make as much money as they can. But my journey is different. My journey could take longer. You just have to ground yourself and remember that you don't deserve anything. You have to work for what you have, you know.
Do you feel like you're a lucky person? It's been luck that's helped you get
No, I don't think
that's
so.
one of the things that I think people might say, like, as part of that question, is like, oh, that person was lucky. People who are lucky are people who put themselves in a very good opportunity and who have worked hard to put themselves in that opportunity where they can be lucky. It's not really luck. It's allowing that opportunity to come to you. I don't think opportunity just lands on my door. I have to work really, really hard. And I know that if I work hard, good things will come. You
should actually look at that as inspiration. Like if they can do it, you can do it too. Is there any influencers that you have met that acted differently in real person versus online?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
It's actually quite sad, because you know sometimes like you really love someone and you love their content.
Yeah.
And you just imagine them to be a certain way, and then when you meet them and you're like, oh.
No.
But they might just be having a bad day as well.
Exactly.
Like, you know, I'm usually walking around London looking like a complete tramp, no makeup on, hood up. Like, I'm always in a hoodie. Obviously, if someone comes up to me, I'll be like super polite because I'm polite to everyone. I'm just like a super friendly person. But like, imagine you're just having a really bad day. You might just react a bit different.
Yeah. I think that actually this question swings in both ways. There's a lot of influencers that I met that I thought would be bitches in real life, and they actually was the nicest people
really
ever.
Nice. Actually, that's a really good point. You can see it from a different perspective.
There's been quite a lot of influencers that I met, and it kind of popped my bubble of them. You know, they say that you should never meet your idols. I remember this one situation that I'll tell you later. In real life, it was so miserable. And then they're like, okay, we have to vlog now. And as soon as they turn the camera, they're like, hi guys! And they would literally turn into another person.
This
and I was like,
that's
wow.
like red flags.
Yeah, and now I can never see that person in the same light. And I actually stopped watching their videos now because of it. No. It's a bit sad. But do you know what? Being on camera is different. Like, it really brings a different side out of you because you have to be bubbly. You have to talk to someone that's not there.
We're literally just talking to a camera right now.
Yeah, and you can honestly be whoever you want online. Can you really become an influencer in 2020, or is it too late?
Ooh, good question. I think it's never too late.
It's never too late.
If you want to do something, and there's still people who are like growing now, and actually in this industry right now, there's so much space for like top tier, mid-tier and micros, and so many companies and brands are actually focusing so much on micros now and lifting new talent. So if you're good and you're consistent, I think there's still space.
Exactly.
It's just the algorithm that's a bit...
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll say about the
no matter
algorithm.
what level you're at.
But I still see till this day, there's so many people that literally blew up overnight.
Yeah.
So there's definitely chances to do it. It just might be a bit harder, and it might be on a different platform. Like TikTok is exploding
I
now.
was literally just about to say this.
We're twins.
Oh my god. So literally like TikTok right now has such a different algorithm that even if you have no followers, you can go viral, which I think is actually amazing. And I would love Instagram to like...
Pick up their game a little bit.
Game.
Okay guys, so the next question is, has anyone in the industry ever tried to befriend you or social climb you?
Ooh.
I feel like these questions are like...
Oh, you did say juicy and they came through.
They really came through. Absolutely yes.
Yes. Happened recently.
There's also another question about, have you ever got in an argument with anyone? And I was like... But yes, I've actually got into a really, really big argument with someone face to face, and there was also influencer. I'm not proud of it. You was also there. But obviously in this industry, not everyone is going to get along.
I would probably say like most people do get along, and also when you're all in like trips and stuff or like events, it is a work thing.
Yeah.
So I think, yes, I do have genuine friendships in the industry with my friends, and I think we all know who our friends are, but like it's work. Like when you go there, it's kind of work thing. If you get on with people and you make friends with people, that's a bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're so lucky that we do genuinely get on with so many, there's so many nice people like in the industry. It's amazing. I feel like people say that beauty industry is like toxic and stuff, but it's really not like
it's
that.
not, especially in the UK. I feel like everyone's so supportive.
Everyone's really nice.
I feel like social climbing though, I feel like we're quite good judges of character. As soon as we know someone's a social climber, we stay away. We tell our friends.
We stay away.
A lot of people when they're first starting out, they're just so hungry for it.
Yeah.
And obviously they come to us for advice, but sometimes it sounds really pushy and they just sound too money hungry. And the only advice that I can ever say to anyone like that is you just need to watch what you're doing. Don't focus on other people. I feel like a lot of people, they want to compare. They want to be like, I want what you have. How did you get to where you were? And they kind of say it like you don't deserve to be where you are.
Yeah. You need to just focus on yourself and see, you know, what you're doing rather than trying to do that. Like clout chase and stuff like that. You might have short-term gain, but it's not going to be for the long run.
Like for me personally, I would never ever want anyone to be like, you only got famous because you hang around with this person. That would be like my worst thing that anyone could ever say about me and my name. Like I want to work hard to get to where I'm at, and I never want to put my success because of someone else, and I was tagged along someone else.
Plus, everyone measures success in a different way. So, like, for some people, it might be like literally just followers that they want to get. But for other people, it is just creating amazing content. Exactly. So, it actually just depends what makes you happy.
A lot of people, they just think they can just buy followers and stuff like that.
Don't do that, guys.
I got so many questions about how do you feel about people that buy followers? If you want to buy your followers, that's up to you, but you're going to live a really short-term bit of success.
Brands can clock onto it. If you want to be an influencer and you want to get paid work, they use software to like see all of this. You want more engaging followers than like loads of followers.
Exactly. You don't want to be at the point where you're on like 1 million followers and then you literally have 2,000 likes and 3 comments. That's why you want to go slowly and gain your followers that really care about you. That's
And
why
connect with them, like DM them, reply to comments.
There's no quick way to anything. You know you have to be consistent. You know you have to be posting. And I feel like that's what people should focus on, not social climbing or thinking there's an easy route to something, because if it came easily, it's probably not worth having, you know? I feel like that was a good one to end.
Oh my god, that was so good, guys. Double high five. Yeah, baby, I haven't done one of those in a while.
I feel like we're both so open, and I wish a lot more people could be open about this. I remember when I first started, you know, I found that it was such a mystery. Like, how do people get paid? How do they do this full time? And how do they deal with the hate?
What's the day-to-day like?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff like that.
I feel like we could definitely turn it into a series, and we could talk about more subjects as well.
Yeah, we can dive into any more subjects that you want to know about.
Leave some questions down below. If there's anything you guys want me to answer, I can always reply back to you guys. Or if there's enough questions, we can even film a part 2. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't followed Danny already, please go follow him. He's one of my bestest friends ever, and he's just genuinely such a nice person in real life, and you work so hard. So
we both do, guys. We're both hard workers.
Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for the bloopers. I'll see you next time.
Bye guys.
Make sure you go check it out.
Oh, Bruce.
He wants to sit next to you.
Come on.
You want to be in a blooper?
No, he's like, fuck off.
Bruce, you are wanting attention right now. You're like, I don't want to be on camera. I'm shy. I haven't put my mascara on.
Shy.
Don't jump, Bruiser. Oh my god, I love your yellow ombre now. We just had curry.
Not everyone's built for this world.
Oh, you hear that, guys? Yeah? You hear that? That's the caption for this one. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
A wood chipper?
On my way to my first million, I was like...
Followers? £1 million?
Oh my god, not a million, guys. Imagine having £1 million. Can you make a blooper?
I think I need to fall.
Okay, should we try?
No!
Should we do matching farts? Come on.
I can't! No, I should do this, go.
If you're my true friend, you'd fart in front of me. Like,
Let me try.
Let me try. What if I shit on your couch?
You better not go now. No! Stop pushing, you're disgusting.
With our group, we have this look that we give to
We
each other.
have the look, guys.
We're like...
Fix Plus?
Fix Plus! Should we tell them what Fix Plus means?
No.
Oh, you guys will never know what Fix Plus means.
Meow.
The next code word is Bouja.
I'm trying to guess that one.
Gary, if you're watching this, Bouja.
Gary, you know it. You want it?
No one is gonna get this at all. We're so stupid.
We're so stupid. This is why we're friends, guys.
For the people that stayed right to the end, let's spill some tea.
So yeah, what was that thing that you're gonna tell me later on?
What do you like to know?